All right. Hi, everyone. We are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I know everyone knows that when I get on, I normally wait for the notifications to hit because I am streaming on different platforms here. But welcome, everybody. For everyone that's new here and don't know who I am, my name is LaShawn Jenkins with the Notary Institution, and I coach and I mentor notaries on starting their notary signing agent business and also providing just different tips that notaries can use to enhance their business and also grow within themselves. So, as you all come in, make sure you tell me one of your notary business goals. I do take a look at the comments and I figure out ways on how I can help you achieve those goals. So, in today's video, we're actually going to talk about some affordable legal services that I highly encourage for all notaries. Even if you're not a notary, always encourage everyone to have some type of legal team on hand. And for anyone in here that may know, as far as like with the attorneys, that how the fees could be paying retainer fees and all kinds of things. And then not only that, situations do arise when you are a notary signing agent that you may face where you actually may need legal services. So I'm actually going to bring on a very special guest here who actually got me into the Legal Shield service. And honestly, it's an amazing service, and I recommend it for anybody that is doing alive on this earth. So I'm actually going to bring him on. His name is Mr. Phil Shannon. How you doing, Phil?
Good, LaShawn. Thanks so much. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. We can hear
And
you loud and clear.
great.
Absolutely. So, Phil, welcome to the Notary Institution channel. Even though me and Phil been engaging on other platforms, I met Phil on LinkedIn. He just sent me a polite message. What you asked me about the notary symposium with Laura Buer, right?
Exactly.
The symbol message, I told him no, I wasn't there. But I don't know, I think I still sparked the interest in talking to him. And I don't know, we just hit it off, to be honest with you. I really don't recall too much, but I just remember getting on the phone with you, send me some video, and then I was like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. I'm all in, and I just went all in and did it and signed up for the service. But besides that, Phil, can you just introduce yourself and tell everyone who you are? Just give us a nice brief introduction.
Sure. My pleasure. And thanks for allowing me the platform to introduce our service to more notaries. Obviously, I've worked with notaries for nearly 16 years. My name is Phil Shan. I'm from Northern California, beautiful San Jose, California. And I have been with Legal Shield for over 3 decades. And we provide services that we have found to be incredibly beneficial for notaries, their business, their family. We have, in my very biased opinion, the most comprehensive identity theft plan in the country. And it's not just my opinion. We were just featured by Forbes magazine as the #1 identity theft plan for individuals and families. So we offer services that just greatly enhance the notary's business and the notary's ability to be an entrepreneur, because notaries are entrepreneurs. They have businesses they're running, and many notaries are new to running a business. And one of the most important things that you need to have access to is good quality legal representation. And I know that's what we're going to talk about today. But I think you'll see why we have nearly 5 million customers across the country, and we've been around for a long time providing these services. And we keep 5 million people happy on a month-to-month basis, which is a nice thing to be able to say.
Absolutely, Phil. You're so right about that. But I wanted to bring up some things about why I believe in this service so much, like why everyone should have a legal service, a legal team on call. Because to be honest, as notaries, you do run into a lot of situations. And I'm just going to give probably three examples real quick. But the first example is, for example, there are sometimes you will run into a situation where a signing company, title company, or somebody may not actually pay you, and you don't want to go out there and handle that situation yourself. To be honest, you always want to send out a legal team to handle those type of situations. You don't want to put yourself into no muddy water. And if you know that you have access to an attorney 24/7, when you do have these situations come up, you can call an attorney with Legal Shield service. Another example is someone actually just commented on one of the Facebook posts, And also I seen this, these similar situations are similar, but I seen, the first situation was this female said that the borrower's dog almost bit her. She said the only reason the dog didn't bite her pretty much because the briefcase was, she had put her briefcase in front of her leg or something. But just imagine if that dog would have bit her. That would have been a legal battle. 100% sure. And people are not always nice, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure if that dog would have bit her, they just would have probably maybe gave her a band-aid and was like, wish you the best of luck, type of thing, But in reality, that person has to go get treatment. Someone has to pay for the medical expenses. So you won't need an attorney for that. And instead of going and having to pay these large lump sum of fees to an attorney, because anybody know for retainer fees how much they could be, about $200 to $300 just to consult with the lawyer. Everyone knows how that can be. And that's why I believe in this legal, that everyone should have something as they're going out here doing these loan signings and protecting themselves. There was a never this last situation, but actually someone fell. It was when it was snowy. It was icy outside, and she said she fell in a homeowner's driveway because it was so icy. And basically, she was trying to get the homeowner's insurance information from the homeowner, from the borrower, and they refused to give it to her. um they refuse to give it to her. So in a situation like that, in person, a notary would need an attorney. And anything can happen when you're going out here doing business, maybe on your way driving, something happen, anything could happen, and you always want to make sure you're protected and you have access to that protection. So that's what I had wanted to say, Phil, about the situations, because I know a lot of times notaries, we just don't know what we don't know, and I wanted to give some real life situations where you will need legal services for your business.
Well, the best example I can give you is how I got involved in notaries. LaShawn, 15 plus years ago, I met a young lady that I know most notaries know fairly well, Laura B. Where Laura became a friend of mine. We were both members of the Modesto Chamber of Commerce, and she heard one of my presentations. She asked if we could help her, and she told me about a situation. This was, like I said, 15 plus years ago. And she had a real estate company that was not paying her. She had done actually $480 worth of work, and they had refused to pay her, basically had ghosted her for the last 6 months. So she asked if our service could help. And I had to say what I always say, I don't know, because I really don't know. I just know the lawyers can write a letter on her behalf. That's included as part of the membership. It's really nice that the law firms tend to have, our law firm in California has 60 attorneys on the letterhead, 5 offices across California. That tends to get results. Well, make a long story short, a week later, after she got the membership, I was at a chamber function, and she showed me a copy of the letter and the check, a copy of the check for $480. So obviously, she's been a strong proponent of our services ever since. But notaries have questions all the time. They have concerns. They need advice. They need assistance. They need guidance. And very simply, with Legal Shield, you don't have to worry about the economic decision, because most people do not consult attorneys because at $300 to $500 an hour, it just doesn't make financial sense. Well, we eliminate the financial aspects of the decision. So whether you need to call them about your notary business, your personal life, the neighbor's dog's barking, whatever the situation is, you can get on the phone, get advice, get assistance. In Texas, where you live, it's one of the top law firms in Texas. In California, one of the top law firms in California, and in every state, it's one of the top law firms in that state. And the reason it works is pretty simple. It's kind of all about money, like most things are. In California, the law firm that we have, we pay that law firm to take care of our approximately 200,000 members. We pay that law firm over $2 million a month, which
Hmm.
means when you call in, they take good care of you. You represent not 25 bucks or 35 bucks a month. You represent a book of business that literally pays them over 30 $25 million a year. So we get really good service from our attorneys, and uh, it's kind of nice to have them working on your side instead of against you.
Absolutely. So, Phil, we know we're going to dive into the questions. And these are just questions that I, kind of created based off of, us being on the clubhouse, and just questions that I have received when I tell people about the service. So I know we've been saying Legal Shield and everything and what it could do for people, but what exactly is Legal Shield? And exactly how does it work for people? How do they use the service?
That's a great question. Legal Shield, very simply, the easiest way to understand it, Legal Shield is to attorneys' fees what prepaid medical plans are to doctors and hospital bills. Very simply, you pay a small monthly fee, and because of the mass buying power of in the United States and Canada, 5 million customers. All those customers put their money in together, gives us access to top law firms, get advice and assistance on any legal matter, as I mentioned. They'll write letters and make phone calls, review contracts and documents. They will put together your estate planning. If you don't have your estate planning documents in order, you can get your will, living will, healthcare power of attorney, and durable power of attorney for you and your spouse. You actually get representation if you get sued or audited by the IRS, or if you get a moving traffic ticket. As long as you're not drinking or taking drugs and driving, we represent you. Now, understand, LaShawn, we're not a replacement for errors and omissions. Every notary should have E&O because we
Yeah,
don't represent.
correct.
So, just want to make sure people understand that we're not trying to replace something that you definitely need. But very simply, that's the gambit of services that we provide for folks, and that's why we have so many people who are looking for affordable legal services. The title of your tonight's rendition is Affordable Legal Services for Notaries. And if you can find a better way to get better access to better attorneys, go for it. But I can promise you, we've been doing this for 48 years. We have 5 million customers. We've worked out the kinks because we weren't always perfect. We weren't always good. But now we're good and getting a lot better. So I'm very proud of what we do and very proud of what I've been part of for over 3 decades.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm glad you did touch on that about the errors and omissions because it is two different things. I'm glad you touched on that for the notaries, but it was a question. Oh, not a question, a statement. So also too, they also help with business formation setup, and I didn't find out really about that until later on because I have a student who actually used Legal Shield to help set up her business formation, and what she said was that they set up her business formation correctly because she's trying to get into applying for this new thing, with the business credit. And she said that Legal Shield made sure that she had all the proper documentation to set up her business formation so that when she does start applying for these business credits and whatever is going on in that world is that she can do that because her business was already properly set up. Because when a lot of people are setting up their business, they need attorney advice. And normally to get that kind of advice, I'm telling you, people do charge you um $200-300 just to talk, like 15 minutes on the phone. Like, to be honest with you, when with the Legal Shield, it's a very small monthly fee that you pay, and you have access to an attorney, unlimited phone calls, etc. So going to the next question, Phil, is let me see. So is there any type of restrictions for using the Legal Shield services?
Well, there's no restrictions in regard to the advice and assistance and guidance and direction. So you can ask any questions, even pre-existing conditions. And they will obviously write letters, make phone calls, review contracts and documents, put the estate plan together. Where there are some limitations is in regard to IRS audit protection. We go back
Mm,
1 year from the date you purchased the membership. So if you purchased the membership in 2021, we'll cover you for the tax year 2020 and forward. If you got a traffic ticket, we're going to represent you if you got a traffic ticket. But if you got it a week ago, sorry, we're not going to represent you, of course. We're not going
mhm.
to take care of pre existing conditions. And that's the same situation in regard to the lawsuit. But even in those areas of exclusion, we don't leave you out in the cold in any way, shape, or form because if you need advice or assistance or guidance in regard to that situation, we do that as well. Also, on the automobile protection, we don't cover drinking and driving. If you drink or take drugs and drive, you're excluded from coverage. You can understand the rationale for that, LaShawn. Could you imagine two guys at a bar
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
"Yeah, let's have another beer. We're covered by that legal thing." Not exactly what we want our membership to provide. And as you can tell, never did I mention that we sue people. Now, don't get me wrong, we can help you get money from responsible parties, but we don't actually, you don't need our membership to sue people. There are lots and lots
Mhm.
of attorneys who would love to take a good case and sue somebody on your behalf. So we will help you get the proper settlement. For example, I had an insurance claim, the other insurance company I didn't think was being fair. I talked to the law firm, they told me what to say, and that amount that they were going to give me tripled in a matter of 30 seconds. And that's just knowing your rights and knowing what to say. And basically, all those guys have is lots and lots of years of schooling. So if you can get that information, you can obviously kind of protect yourself. Make sure someone's got your back, and that's what Legal Shield does. It's got your back.
Phil, you're awesome. You're great because I was actually going to ask you about the IRS audit information about, because I seen that that's something that people can use it for. But it's glad that you did bring up that point that they only covered in for that year, the year that they sign up, right? Or what
They
did
go
you
back
say?
the date you purchase. So if you purchase, that's why in December we try and encourage people to get the membership in December, because they actually will get 2 years of coverage. They'll go back
Oh.
2019. So if you buy it in 2021, it covers you for tax year 2020 and forward.
Oh, okay, I see. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you brought that up because that was actually one of my questions on here. Um, that was one of my questions. So, what is the cost for someone, a notary, to get started with using the Legal Shield services?
Well, the membership itself,
Well,
with Notary has their own business, but they are a sole proprietor business. So we have a special plan specifically for sole proprietors. So, and I've run into a lot of notaries, and LaShawn, you probably know this as well, who have multiple businesses. And as long as they have no employees in those multiple businesses, they can buy the family legal plan for $24.95 a month, and they would add the home business supplement for an additional $12.95 a month. So it covers the family, it covers the business for all the things that we've basically been discussing. So 30, I'm having to do math now. You better be careful. 12,
let me get my calculator then.
$37.90. So a little over $1 a day to protect yourself, protect your business. I'm not a tax attorney. I'm not an attorney in any way, shape, or form. Let's make sure everybody understands that. But I'm not a tax attorney as well. But I have written this off my taxes for the last 36 years. And I'm sure if you talk to somebody smarter than me, they could explain how you can write that off your taxes as well.
Absolutely. Miss oh, shoot. Miss Rainey. I'm not good with the name sometimes, guys, so don't mind me.
So
She said that's
rainy.
a great deal.
Well, thank you, Carisha. What state is Carisha in?
um, I I think Florida. To be honest with you, I'm just guessing right now. I don't recall. I think she's
Maybe
wearing the student, so she really look for the name is familiar. Let's see. So, oh
North
shoot.
Carolina.
So this is a question. Wait, would it be the same price if you have an LLC?
Yes. The membership covers you, your spouse, and children and your business, whether it's an LLC, a subchapter S, whatever it happens to be. It covers that entity that's owned by the people who have the membership.
Okay, and she's in North Carolina.
She said,
I had it wrong.
yeah, she said almost NC. I'm not sure exactly what that means. One of my good
She-
friends, Corey Muhammad, is in Charlotte. So we have a great law firm in Charlotte. So, Carisha, you'll be really happy with the membership.
Absolutely. And then we got somebody from Kansas. So how about people families? Because to be honest, a lot of notaries and just people, we have families. So are their families protected? And if they are, what is the stipulations for that?
Yeah, the membership covers the member and the spouse or significant other or domestic partner. And we don't make a decision on who your significant other is. So we don't care if you live with that person for 6 months, for 6 years, for 6 days. If you want that significant other to be your significant other, just put them when you register for the service. So don't ask us, does this count or that count? If you want them there or her there, go for it. The membership covers you, your spouse, significant other, or domestic partner. Now, if you do have a spouse and significant other, you have to pick the one you like best.
Phil, you a mess. You know some people gonna get in trouble. But you know
Uh,
what? That is a great point because these days, like you really don't know anymore. So you
that's
just got to
true.
be open to all situations that go on.
And let me be serious and answer the rest of the question. We do cover children up to the age of 26, never been married, living at home, or up to the age of 26 full-time college students are all covered under the membership. And mentally physically I'm sorry, mentally physically challenged children, regardless of age, are covered for their lifetime if they're living at home. And any child you are the legal guardian to up to the age of 18.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. That's something new, Phil. So that's a good thing to hear. I know it's a lot of people watching right now, trying to figure out if their families are protected and also their children.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yep.
So we already went over the
Identity
cost.
theft.
Oh
I was going to
yes,
say,
the
especially
identity
when,
theft.
yeah, because kids, as I think we've talked about in the past, kids have become the fastest growing victims of identity theft. I mean, when do we even think about checking our kids' information? I was doing a presentation at one of my large organizations, and one of the guys who had our membership raised his hand and said, "You know, Phil, I found out my 5-year-old son when I got this membership. I found out my 5-year-old son had two American Express cards and a house foreclosed on." And
Oh
I made a
wow.
joke about that. I said, "That's an ambitious kid." He didn't think that was very funny.
Well, he should be watching his stuff too. But I had a friend too like that. Well, she just turned 18 and she just found out that her family has been using her name to get credit, houses, and all kinds of things. So this girl is starting off with really bad credit instead of
Yep.
no credit. So she's really starting off with bad credit in the hole with loans and everything because her family was using her information.
It's real
Let me.
tough when that happens. That is fun.
So I this is a good question too. So sometimes when people sign up and especially like when you feel like it's a pool of people with the attorneys that they get to use, are these attorneys experienced attorneys or are these attorneys straight out of Harvard practicing on us? Which one are they?
Well,
Because we want the experienced
well,
people.
yeah, I guess straight out of Harvard wouldn't be too bad, but no, the average attorney has 19 years of experience in the area of law that you're calling about. We just don't hire newbies. I mean, don't get me wrong, new attorneys have to start somewhere. They just don't start with us. Our
Okay.
lawyers, a lot of experience in the area of law that you call about. And think about it, LaShawn, they're literally taking 1,000 or more calls a day. So that attorney is dealing with similar issues that someone's calling about. They probably dealt with that same issue yesterday, the day before, maybe 3 days. So they're very well versed in what you're calling about. So you always are dealing with attorneys that have expertise. Now, you may stump them on something, I don't know what, but you could. But the point is, they have a dramatic amount of experience. We're only using AV rated law firms, and if our friend John Holder was here, he would explain that that is the highest ranking that any law firm can get. That means actually only 8 to 9% of law firms have an AV rating, and all of our law firms are AV rated.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I don't know what that means, but it's pretty good. But I had a friend that told me about it. I had a friend that told me about the law firm that's used, and she was like bragging on it. The female that had signed up, so
Yep.
she told me about it. So of course she was excited because she knows that law firm because she used to work as a paralegal, so she has the knowledge of that. So I do believe that part of it. You answered a lot of questions already, Phil. You already asked about the pre-existing conditions, so I don't have to go through that. So another thing that has been brought up because me, I did sign up to be an associate. I just jumped in without full knowledge. Me, I just went all into it and just signed up. So can a notary or anybody that's watching right now make a residual income from Legal Shield? And if so, how can they make that residual income?
Well, you know, um, if people really understood what residual income is, LaShawn, I think they would break down a wall to get to it if they had to. Because residual income means you do one thing, you do something one time and get paid on that over and over again. And that's exactly what Legal Shield provides. Now, you can make a nice little chunk of change if someone wants the service. I mean, the commission's anywhere from 24 to 50%, which means anywhere from $100 to $300 every time someone says yes, I'd like the service. And we don't sell this membership much, LaShawn. I'm sure you're very much like me. You explain it to people, and if it makes sense, they get it. If it doesn't make sense, they don't get it, and that's completely up to them. So you can make a nice chunk of change anywhere from, like I said, $100 to $300 per transaction. And you can also earn leveraged income. That means you can actually build a team if that's what you choose to do. You can have people in your organization, kind of like an insurance broker has insurance agents, like a real estate broker has real estate agents. Same basic concept, except you're building your legal shield business. So you can earn leverage income, which means I've got people all across the country, probably in every state in the United States. And if any of them are making sales, I make a little bit of change for every sale that's made from those people. And that can be pretty substantial when you're talking about dozens and dozens and maybe hundreds of people. But I think that what you're talking about, LaShawn, and what people are so excited about is the opportunity to develop residual income. And very simply, how it works is Legal Shield, once you sell that membership to that one person, you really never have to go back again. I mean, you don't. I have literally sold over 10,000 memberships with Legal Shield, probably a lot more than that. And I probably don't know 9,950 of those people. And to be honest with you, they got our service because it made sense, because I do a lot of employee benefit stuff. So my point is, once that person got that membership, as long as they keep it the second year, the third year, the fourth year, the fifth year, as long as that business stays on the books, I keep getting paid. That develops serious residual income. It's very similar to Seinfeld. Let's talk about the Seinfeld show. Jerry Seinfeld wrote that show, hasn't done that show for 15 years? I don't know. It's been a long time, but he's still making money off that show. Stephen King wrote It and wrote Dead Zone and wrote all those Carrie, all those great books years and years ago. He's still getting paid on the sales of those books. You know, we all know that Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley left the building a long time ago, and they're always one of the highest paid celebrities in the world, and they've both been gone for many, many years. So that's what residual income is. So we can help you develop that. And I don't know if you want me to talk about the promotion that we have going on right now, LaShawn, but if there's never been a better time to get started. I can't hear you,
Yeah,
LaShawn.
my bad. It was on mute. My bad. Yeah, I do want you to talk about it. My bad. I do want you to talk about it, but I was asking you too. Would you like for me to screen share it also at the same time? Because so to teach people how to help them sign up.
Yeah, if you want to do that, I can just chat while you're showing the screen, because all we're talking about is a simple registration. Now, Legal Shield, to be an affiliate, like it costs you to be a notary, to get commission, to buy all the stuff that you have to buy, Legal Shield has something very similar to that, but it's a one-time, lifetime fee of $99. That $99 is your what we call associate fee. But for the month of March, and we actually extended the promotion um, until the 16th of this month, because our convention starts on the 17th. What you're seeing right now is LaShawn's screen. In fact, if she wants to post her URL, that would probably be a good idea, because you can get right to the URL. And as you can see on there, there's a little gold button highlighted saying Business Builder Bundle. And that's the promotion I'm talking about. And what that means is that you can start for $99, just like you always do. But this month only, and for 2 more days only, the membership cost, which is the legal plan, the identity theft plan, and the home business supplement, which is a value of $67.85, you get that at no cost for the first month. In other words, you're starting your business for $31.15. And what do you get for that $31.15? Well, you get the website that LaShawn is showing you right there. You also get
Yeah.
the website just makes everything so easy. But what makes things even easier, LaShawn, is the Prospect by Legal Shield app. That app allows notaries who are incredibly busy, people like Bill Soroka, Laura Beaver, Sue Hope, LaShawn, Katrina, so many great notaries that are working Legal Shield on a very part-time business basis, but they're able to send short videos to people to take a look. And if the people like what they see, they can simply go to this page you see right here, register, just complete the simple form. Um, You'll get your website, your URL, your Prospect by Legal Shield app, and you'll get your own back office as well. And now you can start telling people about Legal Shield. We have a training session. In fact, the reason we were a little after 5 o'clock is we had a training session at 5 o'clock, and I had a couple, three new associates who were on that training session learning in 90 minutes basically how to use that Prospect by Legal Shield app to build their business. And that's really, if you can ask people, if I sent you a short video, would you watch it? You can build this business because that's the essence of the business. If I sent you a short video, would you watch it? That's all there is to it.
Absolutely. And just to speak from my experience, I like it because they give you all the resources to be able to market the business and also push it out to people. And like you said, with that Legal Shield by Prospect, Phil showed me around how to use it. And it's very easy. Like you can just send a video through your through text message, email, however, like it has a whole marketing campaign in there, and it makes it really easy to do. And then not only that, Phil, he honestly helps me out a lot, and he supports the team. um he supports teaching people how to grow it, or at least he knows how to tell us where to go to resources. And not like it's not, this is something different I ever joined, where like normally I join things and the person who got me in like just disappears. To be honest with you, I don't hear from them, they gone. And with Phil, like shoot, he's still here. I talk to Phil sometimes about every day, to be honest with you. So it is a great thing. It's a great, I like the support that you receive after you join. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, LaShawn,
And
we say you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And we honestly mean that. My responsibility to anybody who gets started who's part of my organization is to help them make sure they get their money. I mean, basically with your first sale, you've more than made your return, your ROI is already in the positive with that first sale. So my responsibility, my passion is helping people generate income. I've been very, very fortunate to not only make a six-figure residual income for myself, but help a lot of other people get in that situation where money's kind of not important anymore. And let me tell you guys, when money's not important, life's a whole lot easier. I mean,
I
I
agree.
say this all the time. Yeah, I say this all the time, LaShawn. My sisters, I love my sisters. They're fabulous people, and they've asked me to they've asked to borrow money twice. And you know what? I don't let my sisters borrow money from me. I give it to them because I don't expect
Okay.
it to come back. If it ever came back, I'd be really happy. But the point is, I think we all understand. You don't lend money to family. You either give it to them or you tell them no. So
Right,
that's my.
absolutely. And to be honest, like, so when I started, this special wasn't happening. They didn't have this special, so I paid a little bit more to get started as an associate, but I made that money back. To be honest, because I remember I was thinking about starting it because I was like, well, do I really want to spend $99? Because sometimes I tend to invest money into a lot of different things and I don't see the return on it. But with this, I did see the return. So that's why now, I'm a real advocate of it. It took me a while to get along and figure out what was going on, but I made my $99 back, to be honest, that I had put in to get started as an associate. And honestly, it is a deal because it's $99 to get started as an associate and to start your membership, basically all in one. So it's a really great deal. Here, I know Patrice, hold on, we got somebody in the comments. She says she loves the sound of that. She loves the sound of the money. So I do have the links, everyone, that I put inside the chat. Also, too, if you're on the YouTube channel, the my link is actually pinned to the comments, so you'll be able to sign up through that link. Was there anything else, Phil, that we should touch on, or that I should touch on? I don't think that was all I had.
Let me
That
just
was all.
mention this, LaShawn. Everyone has a level of skepticism. 36 years ago, when I became a member, I just became a member. I was not an associate. I was not a salesperson. I was a teacher. Didn't think I was a salesperson at all. I love teaching. But what I found out is that healthy skepticism is fine, but you gotta, when opportunity knocks, you gotta open the door. You've got to
I
be involved in your own recovery. If you do the same thing If you do the same thing you're doing now, you're going to get the same thing you got. So do something different. This is an amazing opportunity. LaShawn will help you. I will help you. You've got a great team. You've got a great service. You've got something people need, they can afford, and they don't have. You have very little outlay. In fact, I honestly wish it was $99,000 to be an associate, because then you would not have people who literally talk to the first person who says, "Ooh, why would I want a lawyer? I hate lawyers." And
Mm.
you shrivel up and die. And people will do that, guys. I hate to admit it, but people will do that. It will happen. So just don't be surprised. It's all how it works. But the point is, if you're strong, and if you're a notary, you know how to be an entrepreneur. You understand you want to work for yourself. And that's what Legal Shield allows you to do, work for yourself, but not by yourself. So we'd be happy to help you. Please get registered. If you do, I will try and contact those that get registered as soon as tomorrow, so I can help them the next step, which the next step is that 90-minute training I talked about. And really, that's the most important thing. We do not want to make this complicated. We want to make this very simple for you. And the simple first step is that 90-minute training. And like LaShawn said, she just said, I want to get in, and I couldn't slow her down. I honestly wanted to slow her down because I wanted her to understand what she was getting in. And a lot of people get in with all that enthusiasm and excitement, and then they go, I don't know much. Well, I want you to know much very quickly, and I can make sure you do that.
Right, I agree with that. I did just hop into this. Absolutely. So we have about 36 minutes. Let me oh, sharing that window. All right. So Phil, thank you for coming on and teaching people about this affordable legal service. And what I want everyone to do is, one, make sure you sign up for the $99 special, startup special that we have going on right now. But not only
And
that,
LaShawn,
yes, sir.
I was just going to say, make sure they go on the $99 business bundle, because we've had people go on the $99 associate, and all they became was an associate. They didn't get their membership. So it's the
Oh no.
$99 bundle. Very important that you go on that, because if you don't, then I got to try and haggle with corporate to get that $67.85 refunded back to you. And they don't haggle really well. They're kind of a pain in my neck sometimes, but I can say that I've been with them 36. But the point is, make sure you get the business builder bundle.
All right, absolutely. And anyone can contact me if they're having like a hard time signing up. You can always contact me through the institution page, send a message, or leave it in the comments. And I'll try to help you through with signing up. Make sure you get the right one. But also too, I want everyone to make sure you signed up, like he said, for the business builder special. $99 startup special, says it right here, which we screen share. But also too, for people who are a little skeptical about signing up and wonder if anybody's using it, you'll be surprised about how many people actually do have Legal Shield. And a lot of people don't say nothing. Because even with just me starting, and I talked to some people previously that I know, and they have Legal Shield. I had no idea. I had no idea, no clue that they was associates and they used this service. Matter of fact, I had no idea. All this time I've been calling around to attorneys, and I have friends who know they have access to an attorney and could have got me on for a low fee. Shame on them, right, Phil? So I do the obligation to tell people. So
Yeah,
believe it or not, a lot of
like
people are using this service.
LaShawn really likes that. It's your moral obligation to make sure your friends know about this. Because how bad would you feel if your friends got involved in a serious automobile accident, got audited, uh, got sued, got a traffic ticket, and you didn't tell them about this? You'd feel bad. So you share this with people you love and care about most. That's who you start with.
Absolutely. Well, Phil, thank you for joining us today live. I
My,
appreciate you a lot. Um, that's pretty much it I'll have for today. Everyone, thank you for watching. I look forward to you all signing up. Phil, do you want the people to contact you? Do you have a contact, or you just want them to
yeah, if they
contact
if they have
me?
some questions, I'm happy to give them my phone number, LaShawn. If they have some questions, if you want to put in the chat, please feel free to do that. It's 408 821 2198. Again, my phone number is 408 821-2198. I'm happy to answer any questions, specific questions that people have. Please feel free to call me. I'm heading to my health club. I'm going to be in my jacuzzi in about probably 15 minutes, but I do accept phone calls in the jacuzzi, as LaShawn knows. And then I think I'm supposed to be on Clubhouse. In fact, am I supposed to be on Clubhouse now or is it later? I don't know.
Right, so I've
I,
seen the
I,
room. I've seen the room.
okay. Maybe I'm not going to the club then. Maybe I'm not heading to the jacuzzi after all.
I'm sure you still
Hey
want to go
guys, hey,
still, but
great pleasure talking to your people, and I look forward to working with them and helping you continue to grow your legal shield business. Thanks so much.
yes, sir. Over and out. Thank you, everyone, and make sure you subscribe
You
and like the video and share with someone else. And for anyone that's interested, make sure you contact me or Phil, or just get on the website and sign up. I do have the links in the description and also pinned to the comments. And if you're still having a hard time, just go to the Notary Institution page and send a message, and I'll take care of you there. So, bye, everybody. Good night.
Bye, guys. Thanks so much, LaShawn. Take care.
Roger that.